This is the ear doctor right here, Playback Sounds. I'm right here with Kamal and Kalanji. We doing it up on Renegade Culture, so check it out, bitch.
What up?
Renegade Culture.
You know what it is? From Brooklyn to Bankhead, from where to where?
I don't know where the fuck you from. So
I'm from Connecticut. Bridgeport.
From
God
Connecticut
damn it. Yes.
to Kentucky.
Oh,
From one corny state to another.
Shout out to all the folks in Louisville. So when
true.
do come through.
Yo, my bad.
Shout out to my folks in Bridgeport,
I
New
love
Haven,
Louisville,
Hartford,
yo.
Stanford. When Kamal come through,
The
let
home
it be known.
of Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying?
Muhammad Ali.
Like,
Get
you
your
know some
ass
history
knocked
there,
out, you
nigga.
show
You
up
got
in
some
there.
history in there.
Anyway,
My bad. Yo, how you doing this week?
man, I'm live. You know what I'm saying? Live and direct. You know what I mean?
True.
We got a real hot show coming up.
I know, man. We got a special guest that's going to be on the mic tonight.
No doubt. How
You know
you
what I'm saying?
feeling though before we get into this?
I feel real good. It's been a good week for me. Everything is going smooth. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Smooth in the gang.
Okay. So
Everything is
what?
going smooth, cool in the gang, smooth. You know what I'm saying? What you thought I said, man? Watch your mouth, B. Come on, let's just keep
Good.
Let's just keep it going. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Anyway, what up?
Yo.
Knock? We got
What's good, man?
Knock in the building.
Knock
Act like
in the
New
building.
Jersey ain't in the building. We up in here, yo.
The ear doctor.
ear doctor
I know.
here.
We got a whole tri-state area. New York,
yeah.
New Jersey,
For
Connecticut.
some reason,
Word,
my
that
man-
is true. Yeah, trend,
Okay,
you
cool.
know.
And my man
Jersey
dressed
today.
like he dressed militant and calm today for some
Yeah.
strange
Yeah,
Yeah,
reason.
he look
know what
like
I'm
the
saying?
public
I see
enemy
your wife
number
took you
one.
shopping, got you some nice jeans, too.
Oh,
job.
you went a long way for that.
Wait,
You went a
what?
long for that.
Nah,
You went
not
a long
really.
way. Stop.
Also,
Bad teeth having money. Yo, Lou, we got a special guest up in here who never comes to the show
this
no more.
man right here, he went from Ashley to Classy.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this cat right here, man, Vibes Cartel's #1 fan.
True that, true indeed.
Straight out the yard.
Word.
Like you don't know.
Know what I'm saying? Loose.
Loose
in the
in the
house, you know what I'm
building,
saying?
loose, we lying
The
dead.
#1 Jamaican.
Boom, bop, dun, dada, the easy loose cat, you know. But
Who
that-
claims he don't smoke, but I got
You
other
don't
stories.
smoke?
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay,
I got
okay.
other stories.
This
I heard
cat
shit.
right here.
I saw him in the alley, but I'm not talking about it. We're not talking about it.
Yo,
Yo, Luz, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate you making the way back.
Hey,
It
welcome.
feels like he comes at the beginning of the year,
Yes.
and he comes at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah, it's
Because you
closing
want to get
out.
all the accounting straight.
That's
right.
He's
Come
like, y'all
collect the
paid up?
checks.
Y'all paid
Yeah,
up?
y'all niggas
You know what I'm
straight. I got
saying?
this
All right,
shit.
good,
Got the
good.
checks.
Y'all can keep coming. You know
No
what I'm
doubt.
saying?
But we got a special guest today.
I know, yo. The one and only
The one and only
Professor
Professor
Griff
Griff
from Public Enemy #1. Yo, don't fuck up my beat, yo.
Yeah,
you stepped all over that, man. You know
I
what I'm
can't
saying?
believe I'm even going.
Yo,
into
Professor
it.
Griff is going to be on. He's going to talk to us about sort of the history of PE, what he's working on today.
No doubt.
Some work he's actually doing with you.
No
You know what
doubt.
I'm saying?
Wise man.
Well, you know, he
might work with me
stumbles
wise.
every now and then. But we love Professor Griff. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, we listen to the Renegade Culture. We can say fuck the police.
FTP.
And FTP is also fight the power.
That's
You gonna-
right.
Y'all gonna school me on impeachment and all the stuff going on right
We
now?
gonna,
That's right.
we gonna impeach your ass.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we got to talk about that later on in the show. We're going to talk about Trump, his impeachment,
No
the
doubt.
Democrats, the Republicans.
Takashi 6ix9ine.
True,
He got
And we
2
got
years.
a blackface Kim Kardashian going on right
Oh
now.
yeah, I see
true.
Kim Kardashian looking black.
Oh, word? Okay, I haven't
Diana
seen this
Summers,
picture.
You gotta see this.
Diana, she thinks she's Diana Ross or some shit.
I don't
She got
know.
a
She's out of
serious
control.
tan?
She
Okay.
almost blacker than Kanye.
She,
Oh, goddamn,
she stayed
bro.
in the easy bake oven for too long.
Good God Almighty.
Goddamn.
Anyway.
All right, it's Renegade
Still a
Culture,
rock.
yo.
Renegade Culture.
We'll be back. Yo, we back.
No
Renegade
doubt.
Culture.
We in the building. Renegade Culture's in the building.
And like we said on the intro, you know, we got Professor Griff up in the house.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's right.
Original Professor Griff.
There's 2 of them or 3 of them?
No, there's
Or
three.
three? There's 2?
There's 2. Yeah.
Who's the other?
Comedian,
The
Griff.
comedian Griff.
Oh, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Is that like Eddie Griffin
cool,
or?
brother. Nah, he a cool
Yeah,
brother.
he
Oh, he
throw dark
word?
centers. He don't give a shit. He just
I don't
like,
know who it was.
You don't know who he is? That's
No,
cool.
this is the only Griff I know.
You live in Atlanta. Don't
No.
make him run
Yeah,
up
he's a
on your
really
ass.
cool
and
guy.
I'm from
shit.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, you Brooklyn?
Yeah, he
Come
held
out,
the name
some
Griff
Brooklyn.
down. Griff 2K, he used to call himself, remember?
Oh, word? No,
Yeah,
not at
no.
all.
Yeah,
You're the
come
only
on.
Griff that I ever knew. And let me
Oh,
just
I
say,
hate
let me
you,
just start
man.
off. It's an honor, brother.
Oh, give thanks.
It's an honor. You know what I'm saying?
This cat right here.
Public
Alright.
Enemy, PE.
Okay.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the day.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
totally politicized.
Now
you
as
know what I'm
well.
saying?
Did he give you the good news?
What's the good news?
Tell him what
Yes,
you need, man.
what you know.
Public Enemy is now going to be getting a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award.
What?
Blup, 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 blup.
Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award.
No
Public
doubt.
Enemy. Yeah. Some beautiful,
That is the hotness. Okay.
Right, but the ill shit about it is they never got a Grammy.
I'm not shocked. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
What do you expect from the Grammys? You expect the Grammys to honor our heroes?
Well, Chuck
What's wrong with
told me a long time
You
ago.
slipping?
Give
You
a
slipping?
damn about a goddamn
You
Grammy.
slipping, ain't you?
Right?
You slipping. Look
nah,
at you.
I'm never slipping.
Kara,
But anyway,
one said you slipping.
huh?
Okay.
Yeah, fuck you, Anyway, what I was saying though, this cat right here, they also in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Well, I know that already. You think I don't know?
No, I'm saying
Come on, son.
that shit is dope.
That's for the
Because
audience you telling
yeah.
that for.
Yeah, I'm telling
Okay,
the audience.
all right.
Everybody's not
Tell the audience
privy.
that.
You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
They're not
anyway,
privy.
this cat right here checking me on
All
my
right.
shit. But anyway, yeah, so we got Griff in the building today. You know what I mean?
How you doing, brother?
I'm maintaining, man.
You
I'm
good?
maintaining. I'm healthy, 59-year-old, healthy,
Okay.
disease-free, cracker-free. Yeah, I'm straight.
He's
Yeah,
dead cracker free.
All right, true that. True.
Pretty good. It's
the
rare
way
to
to
be
be.
cracker free out this.
yeah, good.
I saw one cat today. I was watching the video earlier. Dude said that he did more work than the entire conscious community by himself. Now, I'm not gonna name no names and shit. He called himself King Kong Consciousness, but I was just confused. Sucking on Twizzlers and shit. You guys see the video. I don't know if you saw that shit. But anyway,
That's that yellow
I ain't
yellow
gonna
pie.
run Griff under the gun early today.
When I say, let me qualify and quantify that statement, cracker-free. You know how some people be cracking the whip, and this is the not the terminology that we derive from why they even call white people crackers.
No doubt.
The whole idea of having that mindset where I gotta squeeze 40 hours in, or I gotta squeeze a certain mindset in to work the 40 hours, or I gotta squeeze a certain mindset in to want to watch the Super Bowl, to do this, that, and the other. I'm just free of that mindset, man. I'm just.
So it's
You
not,
understand what I'm saying?
not exactly the cracker, or it is still the cracker. The white man's still the devil, right?
It's of course.
Okay, I had to make sure. Fuck it up. You know what I'm
Always
saying?
was and
I had to
always
make sure,
will
you know what I'm
be.
saying? He told me Grammy Life
You
was
understand
the
what I'm
Achievement
saying?
Award. I'm like,
They
fucking
can do
bullshit.
that.
I don't think he's gonna clean it up for the Grammys. I don't feel like that's
Griff
good
ain't gonna
style
clean
right
shit
there.
up.
You know what I'm
Griff don't
saying?
give a fuck. But anyway,
I didn't clean it up for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
hell no.
But my thing is it is what it is. My work is my work.
No doubt.
What I contributed to the total sum of what Public Enemy was and is. You can't overlook my work. I'm sorry.
Can we talk about that history? Can we get into that, or is it like things that you don't like to talk about? I mean, I'm bringing shit up, and you tell me like, nah, we're not talking about
I
that.
mean, he could talk about it, but he got a few minutes, so we don't.
No, but I mean,
People want to hear about PE, B. Yeah.
but my thing is
my flow, B?
conversations and
Okay.
subjects I don't want to talk about. I just don't talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I like your approach though, because it's
I
real.
appreciate it. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think it's like some interesting.
Yeah.
Normally.
Like this dude sliding me notes on the table, man. Can we
like,
talk
can we
about
talk about
Kim
I know.
Kardashian with the
Yeah.
afro? I'm
Oh,
like,
God.
I mean, your man just showed me that shit today. I mean, my man.
I'm only playing.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Anyway, what Shaggy say, it wasn't me. But also, with the Public Enemy thing, I want to point out, too, because a lot of folks don't know that you actually road manager for Queen Latifah. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of
yeah,
folks
I know
aren't
that.
familiar
Yeah,
with that
people don't know
particular
that,
part.
yeah.
Manage a couple of situations for when, a lot of times I say we're going to call in the muscle. But how about this muscle? How about somebody that, can articulate your needs and what you want to a promoter or to.
Yeah. Who ain't scared to say it or tell them what.
Exactly. And then you're going to stand on it. Be like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah, and having a few black belts help, too.
I mean, I'm here,
Yeah.
little short guy talking polite and talking business.
Right.
But now, if I don't get what I need, then
Yeah.
you're gonna see
The other
somebody
Griff
else.
gonna come out.
You don't want to see them
Yeah.
other dudes.
Right.
So you just don't want to see them other dudes like that, for real.
So when we go back and talk about some of the PE days,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to start with, and I know we don't have a lot of time because you got to go soon. But I mean, let's start with the breakup part, and then the getting back together. Because you always, I mean, you were strong with your stance. Everybody was strong, obviously, but you were strong and you stuck to like your stances and stuff like that. When you left the group, did you feel like the group should have stuck behind you more? Did you feel like they did? Like, because the public, from the public view was like, there was a split. What happened kind of thing.
Right. So even in your question, though, it's a contradictory statement. You say we broke up, and then you said I left the group. Like,
Yeah, because I left it open.
Right.
Because I left it
it's a
open. That's
beautiful
what I
thing,
meant to do.
and I like that because it wasn't a breakup.
Yeah.
You understand? So I was kicked out of the group.
Okay.
So I didn't even leave the group.
Yeah.
I was kicked out. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it. And all of the things that surrounded me being kicked out was, primarily some BS because it was the things that we had been talking about.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know what kind of move that was. But hopefully I'm scripting this Professor Griff story.
Okay.
And hopefully all of that will come out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's the plans for that? How long?
Right now, we're looking at some people that's going to put up the funds to make it happen.
All
some
right.
people that are not afraid.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? A couple of cats that came to the table, that's basically like, I'm going to put the money up, but don't mention my name, please.
I just want my residual.
I don't even know if I want to
to
deal with them.
Yeah.
I pushed it back. I'm like, I'm good. I'm not trying to mention your name, but I don't know what kind of money that is. Bro.
Yeah.
And I don't operate that way.
Word.
Yeah.
So with that, you know what I mean? We know that eventually you end up getting back with the group. And, you know, I mean, things right now, I mean, y'all been together for like what, since like 80 what? Because it wasn't Public Enemy when it started, is that right? Did y'all have another name, or how did that come about?
Nah, the people that you see there in Public Enemy, you know, that was Public Enemy. But prior to that, you know, we had Spectrum City, which me and Chuck was a part of course, with Hank and Keith Shockley, the Bomb Squad. And then by the time it morphed into Public Enemy, I brought the S1Ws in, and yeah, Chuck was the one that got the deal, brought Flavor Flav in, and then the other live entity was me and Terminator X along with the S1Ws.
Did you know? Did y'all feel like that energy was going to take off?
No.
Were y'all like, yeah? Was it just like you?
No,
thought it
the whole thing
underground
was we're
stuff?
gonna do this for 2 years, and more than likely we'll be dead or in jail. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you shocked at because it was CBS Records, right? CBS Records signed.
No,
you guys.
it was Def Jam.
Def Jam
They had different distributing situations.
Okay. So that wasn't shocking, like when they were the ones who signed you and stuff like that. But y'all didn't expect it to take off the way it did.
No, because they didn't. They signed Chuck and Flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. You understand what I'm saying? So they didn't know what else was coming. But you know, there was a couple of records made prior to Public Enemy that was like, yeah, okay. Then there was a couple of records made after. It was like, yeah, all right. But nothing was like that energy, that Public Enemy energy.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, because it's the spirit of it. Yeah.
Word. So, and then y'all took that shit internationally, and now it's a household name. When you talk about revolutionary hip hop, you know what I mean? Y'all pretty much birthed a lot of these other artists, you know what I mean? And encouraged and inspired folks like X-Clan and Dead Prez and Lakim Shabazz and so many other folks who came along after Grand Nubian.
Lakim Shabazz came before us.
So Lakim predated you all.
Exactly.
Okay.
He was doing the damn thing.
Get your
Word.
Real, man.
Hey, but that's hip hop history.
Yeah, that is.
This motherfucker don't even know who Lakim Shabazz is.
Straight out of
New Jersey.
He claimed different shit. Now he claimed Jersey.
The first Brother D, who made the first political hip hop record, was part of an organization I was part of.
Brother
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the song, but it was a cool jam. We got to play that on the break.
We don't know shit about that. Anyway, listen.
Brother D is, man.
We don't know fucking Brother D. Anyway, Brother D. Fuck is that? Anyway, he was making that shit. This dude, Brother D.
This dude from Brooklyn, Alabama.
Exactly.
Don't look at his teeth, man. I don't want you to
You don't man, Brother
I want you to hurt your eyes. Don't look at his teeth when he's smiling, man. You know what I'm saying?
They match his glasses.
I know.
But anyway, listen. Except this one, man. That's fucked up. Anyway, listen, man. There's a lot of things going on right now. We know that you've been on the lecture circuit for a while. I know that there's a situation going on in the black community right now going on with like over 70,000 missing black women and black girls. You know what I mean? What role are you playing in preventing that situation? Because we know it's a lot of things you got going on.
The sister in Baltimore that came up with the app, basically to let people know if you find someone missing, this is the app to go to, so it's a central location.
Right.
Kind of instrumental in pushing that, and that's not something I did, it's something someone else did. I just said, okay, that's brilliant. So let's put our energy behind that. And then as you always knew, that I used to have my women's self-defense class a long time ago, only training women and asking brothers to come help.
It's been over 20 years, right?
Yeah, it's been a minute. So I revamped that, and my class was last night at Yoga Skill Studios, man. Yasir and his daughter Kia, some call her Kaya, but they opened up the doors for me to come doing their part. And I just asked the brothers, you know, I talked to Bella Goon and a few other people. I said, listen, man, we need to make this thing grow, lend our services to help training the sisters, man, so they can defend themselves.
No doubt.
My next phase with that is I'm taking the sisters to the gun range, man.
No doubt.
You understand what I'm saying?
Necessary. And shout out to Balagoon, folks like Griff, Balagoon, Steve Muhammad, and so many others that's been
Right.
putting in that work. Taji Naji, and so many others that have been putting in work around the city, working on this particular campaign. We know Atlanta is one of the main hubs
Exactly.
right now for this whole sex
And
trafficking.
it's our understanding that there's an upcoming lecture and talk that's featuring you and some other dude. I don't know, some other whack dude who's gonna be on there.
Yeah, man. I
baddest
mean, they
motherfucker
kind.
on the
I think I
planet.
had to fly up. Yeah.
So when is that lecture happening?
January 5th.
Where is it happening?
This is live at the Omanala Griot Museum. Professor Griff and myself, for the first time in a long time, we're going to be rocking this Third Eye Blind 2020.
Cool.
January 5th is going to be my first lecture of the year. I don't know about Griff. Griff's on the road every goddamn day.
No, that's gonna be my first lecture.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I believe that we're going to light that motherfucker up because of the fact there's a lot of different topics that need to be addressed and discussed. We know that right now, Griff has been doing this shit before I stepped in the game. I think when Griff and Public Enemy was out, I was working on police terrorism cases back in the 86, 87 era. You know what I mean? And, you know, to see the evolution and to see that folks like Griff aren't just about, you know, just rapping for the sake of rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fact that he can get out there and still teaching lectures, so on and so forth. So it's going to be a cold piece because of the fact that we're taking the best of both worlds, hip hop, the movement, and really just pretty much giving a concrete analysis of what's going on in the in America, in the world. You know what I'm saying? We know the whole Trump impeachment shit going on. We know it's a number of different things going on, snitches and all that. So we're gonna get down with all that.
Do you follow that kind of mainstream politics these days?
Yeah. What I do is I do an analytical kind of study.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you look at the news here and you compare it to what people are saying from outside of America,
Exactly.
it's a stark contrast. And it's like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
And they're perceiving the news different than the way we. And a lot of times it's different news.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if everyone know that. The news that we get
Oh, no doubt,
inside
no doubt.
is not necessarily the news that goes out. But now you have the internet and people are getting it and they're sharing it. And we have to sit back and say, okay, let me analyze this thing.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? When the impeachment thing is happening, but people don't know the process.
Right.
People are confused and people are on these mics on YouTube running their mouth and it's like, wait a minute, they're not. Slow down for a second.
Right.
It's cool that you grab the story and you want to be the first one to get it out, but do some research.
People think impeachment. I've heard like somebody thought impeachment meant he was actually removed from office.
No.
Like no,
That's
that's not it.
yeah.
This is only like a grand jury indictment. Look at it.
Exactly. Now you still got to go to trial and some other stuff. Yeah.
Indeed.
So people need to understand the process.
And-
I always say there's an educational component to politics.
Yeah.
Right.
And they try to control both sides of the chessboard.
And that's what we're looking to do. I know that you have a podcast as well that you've been rocking for a while, Serious Minds.
Serious minds, right?
You know what I mean? Which is another good alternative piece. Renegade Culture we do here. You know what I mean? These are platforms and programs where you can actually get the politics, the information, and you know we'll call you a motherfucker and all that, crack some jokes and all that, and keep it funky because I think that part of the problem with the community and the hood in particular is that there's a lack of political understanding, lack of political education, where folks can break down what the fuck is really going on.
And speak the language of the people and meet the people
absolutely,
have.
definitely.
And then on top of all of that, you see us in the community.
Yeah.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
We're not just bobbleheads behind the microphone.
Yeah.
You understand? So we're actually
We
going
got
to show up and
programs,
do
you
the work.
work, yeah.
So anybody that want to criticize me on my platform or anybody else's, I say, cool, do that. You got the right to do that. Hide behind your computer and your IP address. But now when it go down, I want to see you out there where I'm at.
No doubt,
Yeah.
no doubt.
And then have that same energy.
Yeah, right.
You understand what I'm saying?
And that's the
But
part.
how do you
that's
keep that
missing.
energy? Like like you've been doing it. Like you said, you're 59 years old. There's a lot of our elders, and I'm one of them now. Like elders, kind of hard for me to accept that fact. But
You
you know
old
what I
as
mean?
fuck,
Yeah.
But it's like,
Motherfucker,
like keeping that energy
Ancient.
going, staying in the streets. A lot of folks that we know, they organize for they think 5 years is a long time these days. You know
Hold
what I
on,
mean?
1 year. I
Yeah,
heard a
1 year.
motherfucker talking about that
people they
shit
burned
on
out.
this-
People
Well,
they burnt out.
I
at
was
25.
speaking before Public Enemy, so that
Yeah.
was like
How'd you
early,
get politicized?
early. I
Minister
think I
Bush.
came up under, the Black Panther Party. Came up under the first resurrection of the Nation of Islam. I came up under them cats that was really organized before cell phones and computers. So you had to be politicized. You had to do something. I came up at a time where you saw a brother in the street and he called you brother.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I came up at a time where it was, we were still using picks and shit.
Yeah.
Now we got the shit dyed, fried, and combed to the side. We trying to curl it, and we trying to do all other kind of stuff, man.
You know, my son hit me to something the other day, and he said, "Yeah, y'all from the 1900s."
The last century.
Yeah, real shit.
1900s,
But that shit right there on the real, when you think about that shit, there's a lot of fuckery that came after the 1900s. Laptops, cell phones, all that shit right there. You know what I mean?
We from the 1900s.
That's like
fuck
saying
right.
the 1800s.
Yeah, but you talking about,
that's wild.
but you ain't old school if you ain't come from the 1900s. You understand what I'm saying? Even the 1900s ain't totally old school, but at least hip hop was still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, as a matter of fact, shout out to Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Papa Wu, R.I.P.
Word,
you know what I'm saying? Rise in power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He transitioned this year. You know what I mean? I mean this week. You know what I mean? So definitely, you know, shout out to Papa Wu.
Well, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
On that note, when I come back, because we definitely gonna do a longer piece, we gonna dive into this whole idea of the rappers, MCs. Checking out of here early, man, because there's a whole list of them. If you really stop for a minute and think about it, a lot of brothers unchecked out of here, man.
Yeah, I was looking at this shit yesterday, and I'm like, damn, you forget all the people that came and left.
In their 40s and 50s and all that.
Younger than that.
Right, exactly.
You got these young boys,
Not
21
even to the point where they haven't reached elderhood yet.
Right.
And not just like gunshot shit, but just like health,
right.
eating, like diets, and too much of this and too much of that kind of living.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy Spicer. You know what I'm saying? Who
Right.
transitioned about a couple months ago.
Couple of months ago,
what I'm saying?
right.
Super rhymes for those who know hip hop. You know what I mean? My man over here naming rappers that don't exist.
Yo,
Shout out to
the
Bumblebee
song
Jackson.
was how you gonna make the Black Nation rise?
Okay, word.
Organize. That shit was hot
Okay.
back in the day.
I'm saying that was your shit?
That was
We
the
gonna
first
look at the cover and
hip-hop
shit's gonna be
record
him on there,
on wax,
the afro.
B. Brother D. Shout out to Brother D.
Man said first hip hop record on wax.
It was.
We begged the difference.
I know.
on
I mean,
that.
first political hip hop record on wax. That's what
Okay,
I'm
all
saying.
right.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Straight out of Brooklyn, Alabama.
Yeah.
You back with that
Long.
line again? You still with that one?
Anyway,
That's gonna carry you through the rest of the show, B?
Definitely January 5th. You're in the Atlanta area, and also if you're not in Atlanta, we will be live streaming. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know, it's a lot of shit we're gonna be rocking with, man.
Okay.
And I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited
You know what I
too,
mean?
brother. I'm glad you came through.
Okay,
I
thanks.
don't
I
give a fuck
appreciate
about
that.
him, but you know, I'm glad you came
What's the parting words you want to leave with the people, man?
I just want to let people know, man, when we talk about 2020, of course, we got to correct a whole lot of people's vision. You understand what I'm saying?
indeed. Yes,
We
sir.
got to dust off, man, that political lens that we're viewing ourselves through. They gave us this lens, man. You understand what I'm saying? We might see ourselves as a great people, but by the time they readjust that lens and then get the focus right, yeah, we're looking like something else to the rest of the world.
Word.
We have to be able to control that. And starting January 6th, I'm doing this online alternative black studies entire course.
Word.
Because I'm hearing the arguments that's going on online, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Simple black history would have taken care of that argument. That's not even something to argue about.
yeah.
Dr. Ben, Ivan Van Sertima, and a few other people had that discussion already. Professor Jeffries is still walking among us. Smalls is still walking among us.
Indeed.
Simmons is now an ancestor. Shashi McIntyre, Francis Cress Wilson have answered all of that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We came up in the era where you had First World Alliance up in Harlem.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We could check out Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Sister
Right.
Kefra.
African Poetry Theater in
No
Queens.
doubt. Slave theater.
in
You know what I'm
Brooklyn.
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
These
No,
are
people now, it's the
institutions.
liberal ideology now.
Right.
That's taken over what people think is movement organizing, but they're really organizing on the same level as liberals are, and it's like this policy stuff. And it's like so this divide and conquer within our own community.
Right.
You got that, and also motherfuckers doing type buys. They check out some YouTube videos, remix that shit,
Yeah.
and start talking about some shit they don't know what they talking
Yeah, there's
about.
no deep
Absolutely.
study.
And right, there's
Not
no
a lot
deep
of it,
study.
yeah.
So let me ask you something before I depart. This idea of conservatism, like somebody that's a conservative. The fuck do they conserve? No, I'm just
White
curious. I'm
supremacy.
just
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that. They conserve the traditional traditional
Yeah.
white Americans
Right.
being on top in terms of how they view
in
the
watching
world.
this fake ass puppet show with this impeachment thing.
Right.
They're trying to make you think that there's a Republican side and a Democratic side when there's somebody controlling both sides.
That's right. That's
Don't
right.
fall for it, y'all.
And the Democratic side actually was the party of the Klan back in the day.
Yeah, that's right.
And-
yeah.
and folks-
Well, both of them are part of the Klan. One
right,
saw
right, right
one
now.
let you see the sheets, and one had their shit in the cleanest. They didn't get them out in the
Yeah,
cleanest shit.
There's
For real.
two sides. There's different sides of the same coin. You know what I mean?
Same
It's
coin.
same
Same
Quick question. It's a lot of sidetracking of the slave, as we call it. You can answer this question and you don't have to. ADOS. Quick thoughts. on that.
Quick. Go back. No.
Lay into it. Lay into it a little bit.
Press
Lay
the
into it a
pause
little
button. Go back and do your research.
We'll save that
It is.
for the next round. You know what I'm saying? You listen to Renegade Culture. We here live with Professor Griff, Public Enemy.
All right.
There it is.
Number of different
I'm gonna
things. You'll
have to
catch them
adjust,
going all around the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of shit going on. But if you're in Atlanta, definitely January 5th, 2020.
So you said you're going to live stream it? So my people here on
we'll be
Serious
live
Minds can
streaming.
see it?
Absolutely, without a
Yeah.
doubt.
Cool. All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Shout out to Serious Minds.
All
Also,
right.
check us out, renegadeculture.org for the full interview.
Thank you, brother.
All right,
No
peace,
doubt.
man.
Yeah.
Salute. Give thanks. Salute. All right, my good brother. Yes, sir.
Pleasure to meet you.
All right, pleasure. All right, man. Y'all don't hurt nobody back there.
Cats right there,
Take it easy on my man, all right?
Hey, man.
Probably
you know what I mean?
handicapped. He's one of the little yellow bus.
Whoop, true that.
Oh, you trying to bomb on this shit. Nah, don't turn it off. Hey, yo, I got the pics from Griff. He's on tour with Speedos. Griff just had his Speedos on. I got the
crochet bonnet on. He got a crochet bonnet.
Crochet bonnet, son. Oh, damn. Oh, you said your grandmother
He
made
was
that.
on edges today, so
Damn,
he
look at that. Oh, damn. It is kind of, yeah. Yeah, man. You said you got that shit from Koreatown. What the fuck, dude? Oh, damn. No, I'm just saying. That's what man's saying, yo.
Y'all still got to be here with Griff.
He said your shit ain't legit. That's all. That's all.
Hey, loose, man. You killing this track or what? Fuck is the deal?
You know what I'm saying? We had a special guest in the house tonight. It was hot.
No doubt. Yeah, my man Professor Griff in the building, as y'all heard.
I know, yo. He was rocking it, telling us the stories about the old PE days.
No
you know what I'm
doubt.
saying? That's why we got to get him back here longer.
No doubt.
Because, I need to dig deep. I need to hear that history. You know what I'm saying?
You about to go there.
I was. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be a whole, Inquirer kind of story and shit. It's like, people want to know.
You know, it's ill. I did an interview with him back in 2004. He actually put it in his book. I forgot the name of the book, Analytical or something like that. But I did a joint with him when around the time we first actually started kicking it or whatnot. The first time we met, he actually came to one of my lectures. And I was at Auburn Avenue Research Library. And I see this dude in the audience. I'm like, dude look like Professor Griff. So then afterwards and shit, he had got my number from somebody and he called me like the next day. I was in Chicago or some shit. He's like, yo, I was at your lecture, whatever. So I'm like, okay, because he had jetted before the joint. So he invited me to do a lecture with him with this piece he did called Has Public Enemy Lost His Flavor? So I was like, damn, you doing a joint dissing your own man?
Yeah.
I'm like, I like this guy. So I was like, but since then we've been on a couple little tours and road joints and stuff like that.
Well, that's the feeling I get. Like he just speaks truth. Like, his truth, no matter what you think or you just got to deal with it, whether you agree or disagree.
No doubt.
But he's going to lay it out. And so, and we started getting into the impeachment stuff a little bit. So we should pick that up because I think we even promised that last week.
Right.
And what we found out is like a lot of folks don't even know what the hell impeachment is.
Yes.
For instance, our producer.
Right here.
You know what I'm saying?
Be me.
Yeah, our producer.
Get him on camera.
Yeah,
This
get
guy
him on
right
camera.
here.
Like dumb
The
ass,
earwax.
dumb.
Yes.
I
This
really don't know. I
motherfucker
don't
right
care.
Yeah.
Well, you should care.
If you ask him about Georgia pieces, his ass.
I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's like,
I politicize and politic myself.
You
Man, see,
politicize.
politicize.
What the fuck is
That's
that
a new
fuck is
word.
that?
I
That's a
make
new word?
words up.
Yeah, you
word?
do.
Why
yeah.
you follow words?
This
You
nigga
do
deaf.
make words up.
Yeah.
You make up new
Man
words. You
said
spell them and say them.
Politicize. I better look what the fuck politicize is.
Pathologist motherfucker.
Anyway,
You know
let's
what I'm
talk about impeachment
Yeah.
with this goof troop.
So what happened recently is that the Democratic Party, which controls the House, has impeached Donald Trump, which was called articles of impeachment. And some people seem to think that the impeachment means that he's already been removed from office.
Right.
So hold your horses. Impeachment is like a grand jury indictment, just to make it as simple as possible.
Right.
The next step is now that it'll go to the Senate, as long as the Democrats send it to the Senate. But it's going to go to the Senate, and the Senate's going to set up a trial. And as we already know, the Senate is controlled by the Republicans. And so there is no way possible that he's going to get, quote unquote, convicted and then thrown out of office.
Right.
So we're really dealing with a lot of show and political maneuvering and posturing. And everybody's trying to gear up for 2020 elections and so forth.
Right. And the ill shit about it, we got to remember that Clinton was also impeached. And when he was impeached, nothing happened. The only thing that happened was he was able to move into Harlem and gentrify Harlem.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I don't know where the fuck Trump gonna move and gentrify next. You know what I'm saying? Based on that, Jay-Z already helped fuck Brooklyn up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
Why you looking over here?
So ain't no telling. He might move to Trenton or some shit and be
Well, I
like,
was just
look,
going to ask, does that help you with the explanation about what impeachment was?
What impeachment is, it
Yeah.
still doesn't.
Oh, God, you're dumb.
this motherfucker
You're
right
just
here.
dumb, huh?
Anyway,
You're dumb.
rewind the tape,
Okay.
motherfucker.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But there's a lot going on with that because now the Democrats, who basically almost all of them, except for a couple of defectors, voted for the impeachment, and the Republicans all decided to vote against it, of course. So now the Democrats have to decide when they're going to send over the articles of impeachment to the Senate. And because what they're now trying to figure out is whether or not it's worth it to send it over to the Senate or not, because they know there's already going to be an acquittal.
Right.
Have they already made their point by indicting him and getting all that sort of political energy there? So we'll see what's going to happen.
So my question is, how this can basically drag on into the next election.
Well, I think that's part of the plan. I think both parties are trying to see what's sort of politically for them the best way forward, right? Mm-hmm. I think the Republicans are thinking, they'll do a 2-week trial, and because they're going to control the witnesses, the narrative of how that trial gets played.
Right.
For the most part, their trial is going to be about how Trump did nothing wrong and how Joe Biden, the son of Joe Biden's son,
right.
Basically got a job because of his father, which is true.
Right.
And which also should be looked at, right?
Right.
But they're going to keep that emphasis there because that's probably going to be his main opponent if the polls hold up as they are now.
So can he start a war and then he'll just have to stay in office?
Well, that's what a lot of folks do, right? I mean, when Bill Clinton was impeached, he started bombing
Afghanistan
Iraq.
and Iraq.
Yeah.
So back to the game being rigged.
It's all back. It's all back.
That's all it is. It's straight game. And that's the thing. It's like, unfortunately, when you are politically retarded, for lack of better words, you really don't pay attention to what the fuck's going on, and you think that whatever the fuck they tell you is the move. The only thing that's happening with Trump right now, first of all, you can say it's a little smear in history, but the reality is this is helping him with his popularity with those who ride with him.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? That he has no opponents right now. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like he has any fucking competition.
Yeah.
We could pretty much bank on the fact that he'll be coming in another 4 years. But it's absolute game, and at the end of the day, if we're going to talk about impeaching something, like the Ruber said, we need to abolish the system itself. It really doesn't make a fuck who's in office at this point because of the fact that we don't have anyone with our best interests in hand. And those who are running on smaller
they just don't have the power to impact the system in a major way, right?
So they'll be lucky if they get 0.1%.
And that's the whole point. The whole point is like Griff was saying it earlier. It's the same thing, right?
Right.
But they agree on most of the stuff. There are some differences that I think do matter.
Right.
But I think for the most part, these folks are about controlling the resources, letting corporations get their way both here locally, within the states, and internationally, controlling countries and their economy and getting valuable resources that feed the engine of capitalist development. That's what these folks are about, whether or not they're Democrats or Republicans. There are a couple of outliers, but they don't have the power to impact real change. And so if you spend too much time in that party system, you are wasting your time.
Yeah, and then plain proletarian English, basically their position is to uphold white supremacy.
I thought I was using plain English, right? I mean, you understood
you
me,
were,
right?
I mean,
You understood
I
me?
understood what Kalanji said.
Okay, you're dumb,
all that,
but you're dumb.
Fucking
All
Kalonji,
that mumbo jumbo Webster you be using.
He over there talking so yes, and then they're gonna somebody had to go urinate, and after they used the porta potty,
I feel like
fuck all
the
that.
the only person that
There's nothing wrong with some education in
They
the
took a
house?
piss.
Nah, we
It's good. Need
we
education.
appreciate that.
Morris
But
Brown.
I
Okay,
feel like
yeah.
whoa.
Oh,
You
my
ain't
God,
gonna
you
be
can't.
disrespecting up in there.
I can't believe you throwing slugs at Morris Brown.
I know, who would do that word?
It's like,
I feel like Michelle Obama might be the only one that could beat him.
oh yeah, well,
Yeah, she ain't running for shit.
She's not running though.
She not running.
She's done.
Well,
with it.
right.
But they just got a house, like the new. I don't know if they closed yet.
Yeah.
But the news was in Martha Vineyard that they were looking at. I think it's like an $11.2 million house.
They chilling.
Yeah, and so that just speaks on and on to dude comes in as president. He's got mad bills, right? He's still got student loan bills. He leaves the office 8 years later. And he's about to buy an $11.2 million mansion.
Yeah.
So that class
figure.
sticks together. You know?
Right.
They getting
And
that
he's only
book
supposed to be
money.
making what, 200,000?
Yeah, as a president, yeah.
Fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they getting that book money. They ain't gotta do nothing else but write books.
They getting that book money. They getting that speech money. They go
Everything.
speak at Wall Street. Those corporations.
Yeah.
They go speak for corrupt foreign governments and get paid under the table.
Indeed.
They get on boards again Joe Biden's son and make literally $200,000 a month.
Right.
How is
Easily.
that not corruption?
Easily.
How is that not corruption?
Easily.
You know?
And then if we say the impeachment comes, Trump is out, then we got Pence. We got
exactly.
It's the same
There's no
game.
win.
So why is everybody happy?
Yeah, there's no win.
Oh, get rid of Kalonji, keep Kamal.
Yeah, there's no win. Well, that might be a little bit of a win.
Yeah,
but you know,
fucking up.
you still,
Yeah,
you went from radical to more radical with that one.
Yeah, at least you know who Trump is. Pence, you don't really. You don't really
we know who the fuck he is.
You know, yeah.
I
you know what I'm
mean,
saying? We
In
clear.
fact, he's a smoother version. You know what I mean?
Right. He's more dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's to the
That's
Democrats.
what I feel.
Yeah, it's to the Democrats' discredit. that
Right.
They're doing all this stuff to get rid of Trump because
Right.
that's who you got behind here, Pence,
Yeah.
who's going to get the regular base of the Republicans back in order and the white overt white supremacists.
Right.
So he's got the two for one bargain, right? And
Johnson,
the
Nixon.
Christian, yeah,
Right.
he's got all that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Let this motherfucker ride out.
Yeah, let him.
what I'm
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And hopefully, he choke over the motherfucking pig foot bone or some shit.
Well, he
You know
does
what I'm saying?
something that's so crazy that during the next election that, even only the crazy diehards are going to vote for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the only thing that's going to get him out the office if he just continues to do some crazy shit and people are like, you know what? They care a little bit about their self-image. You know what I mean? They don't want to be clowns to the rest of the world. Well, even the other so-called European world leaders are gathering in circles and laughing at this motherfucker.
Right. Oh, no doubt.
Laughing
No
at
doubt.
him.
No doubt. He-
Caught on hot mics being like, this dude, like a photo op into a whole hour and a half interview kind of thing.
right.
They're chuckling.
America looks like a reality TV show.
America
like
is
a
a reality
joke.
TV show.
You know what I'm saying? It's already been a joke, but it's like a hardcore. 911 is a joke. America's a joke.
Now the ill
I
shit
threw
about
another,
it.
you notice that? I threw another PE reference.
Nice.
Anyway,
Like that.
yes. So bring the noise. Don't believe the hype. Anyway, listen. But I think that one of the things that is ill about this situation, and you could say you heard it here first, renegade culture, prepare for some type of terrorist alert or some type of bullshit to sidetrack the slaves, because that's just the type of arrogant, egotistical motherfucker he is, that he's gonna do some shit to throw this shit off totally. Now it's probably gonna be some shit that's gonna affect us in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Or some other group of
Muslim
people of color,
groups, Arab folks.
I mean, it's textbook.
In some weird way, we're almost lucky that the Republicans control the Senate, because if the Democrats controlled the Senate, that shit would have been set off already.
Oh yeah,
they would have
without a
already
doubt.
been World War
Without
III.
a doubt.
They would have set that off already.
The button to be smashed.
Yeah.
So you can count on that. So in the next coming weeks, best believe by February we say is gonna be some bullshit that took place.
You heard it here on Renegade Culture. We'll be back.
Blackout. What up?
Renegade Culture.
Renegade Culture in the building. Listen,
True that.
y'all need to support Renegade Culture podcast.
That's right.
Because it's a very important podcast.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And if you want to hear us,
SoundCloud. RenegadeCulture.org.
RenegadeCulture.org.
Where else, brother?
Spotify. Google Play.
That's true.
iHeartRadio.
That's iHeartRadio.
How can they invest?
How do you invest? Listen, you go to patreon.com/Renegade Culture. You know what I'm saying? Patreon.com. That's patreon.com/Renegade Culture.
Give up the loot.
Yes, you can support our joint, become a member of our podcast, and also get a lot of free shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You get a shout out. You become a member.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? We might, if you're not crazy, you might get on the air. But if you're crazy, you can't get
might.
the fuck on the air. You know?
might.
Well, actually, the crazier you are, maybe we will let you on. You know
we
what
got
I'm
some crazy
saying?
motherfuckers.
Yeah, we got some crazy motherfuckers.
Some of the
on.
motherfuckers we had come through here.
Yeah, they ain't
Nutty
got the
and
most
squirrel
normal.
shit.
Shout out to Flight.
Shout out to who? Flight Intern. Yeah, we need to put a milk carton out saying where's Flight. Know what I'm saying?
I mean, once my man fired him, he was just gone.
Yeah,
I was like,
I ain't seen the motherfucker since. He took flight.
Hey, for
He's
real.
out of here.
Gone.
He might be outside and shit in a sleeping bag looking at the motherfucker like, I wish a motherfucker would.
I know, word. He's like, I was going to be a
Fresh
radio
flight.
star. I was going to be a radio star.
Yeah, and what's the other dude that was smelling like
This motherfucker. Shitty McNitty.
Big up to intern Brian.
Brian. Brian. Oh my God.
Bombo Clyde.
Oh, he couldn't walk
That
without that
Dude.
smell.
This,
Yo, I want let me give you his whole government now.
Oh my
damn,
goodness.
no. Oh,
Yo.
damn.
In farmer section is
Yo.
in the
Hanging around, come out.
That's not me this week.
liquor
That's not me.
shot. The bottle of the
That's
informers.
not me.
From the DJ to the host them.
Yo.
Anyway,
All right, let's move to our
this mother gave his whole
what
government
the
social
fuck?
security.
What
Yes.
the fuck segment?
There's
See,
a
I'm
lot
cutting
of
that
what
shit
the fuck
off.
going
I'm cutting
on.
that shit off. Let's go to what the
You didn't
fuck.
even say. You said what? Not
What the fuck segment?
What the fuck segment? I said I'm cutting the other shit off so we can get to what the fuck.
Okay,
What
duh.
the fuck,
What the
D?
fuck we got in the what the
Goddamn.
fuck segment?
Don't. All right, so what's the first story that we got on what the fuck, B?
First story we got. The hot topic right now. You got Kim Kardashian. A lot of folks are saying that she running blackface right now.
Oh, my
You know what I mean? They saying she looking blacker than Kanye on this magazine cover.
Word,
You know what I mean?
and she didn't look bad. I'm a married man, so I never. But I'm just saying
I would
Yeah.
not comment on
that
that
was the
bullshit.
blackest that she's ever looked, and she
Okay.
did a damn good job looking black.
She looked like Diane Carroll for real.
I agree. I
Yes.
agree. She blacked it up pretty good there.
Now her publicist said that that wasn't her trying to look black. That was the
Bullshit.
lighting. The lighting. The fuck.
What the fuck?
If you believe that shit, Yaphet Kotto is as yellow as Kamal.
Hey,
Fucking-
hey,
what the fuck?
hey,
It's the
hey.
lighting that made Yaphet Kotto dark skinned.
Got it.
Push the
Yo,
hairline
I mean,
back.
she is at least 5 shades darker than she is on a normal basis.
Yes.
There's no way that they were like, oh, the lighting, and so let's publish it anyway kind of shit.
Yeah, it's some
That's
bullshit.
her. I mean, she's got hot dreams of just being black. Yo, that whole family
Hey,
does.
they 2 months
I mean, they got
early.
black in them.
Yeah, they always got black in them.
Definitely got
They
black in them.
They got a lot of
Yeah,
black.
they
They got a whole lot of black in
A
it.
lot of black.
And they be bragging. What's
Oh,
Ray
yeah.
J got the tape. We're going to get into all that.
And
You
so
know
they
what
got
I'm saying?
famous.
They
I
got-
mean, that is how she
Yeah.
got famous.
And Kanye said, you know what I'm saying, my girl's superstar all from my home movie. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kanye. He lost his motherfucking mind.
Oh, my goodness.
Or- and so wow, he
Silver
made the
Surfer.
song.
Silver Surfer. Oh yeah, he had some aluminum foil. And
Yeah,
shit.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
rocking silver.
he rocking silver and she rocking black. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
What is going on?
Motherfuckers trading colors and shit.
Nobody wants to be their own color no more.
Jay-Z daughter named Blue. Shit's out of fucking control. They could like,
Hey, man,
ain't
chill.
this shit.
Chill.
Oh, I can't say nothing about Jay-Z.
Don't talk about Jay-Z.
Fuck that.
Oh, he back with this Jay-Z
Exactly.
shit, yo.
Motherfucker,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Don't say nothing
Hey,
about Jay-Z.
thanks for getting Kaepernick that job, Jay-Z. That was
Yeah,
real good.
good looking.
That all worked out. That all worked out perfectly.
Kunta Kaepernick.
Just like the conspiracy theorists thought, like, yo, Jay-Z is going to hook
Oh
it up.
man, this motherfucker
And then
right here.
Kaepernick is going to get
Oh
that
man,
job.
you should have saw when he texted me. He was
Oh,
like,
word?
"What you got to say now?" Kaepernick, Jay-Z. I looked at that shit. I just threw my phone back. Shit. I'm like, I'll talk to this motherfucker next week because I know some dumb shit gonna go
Kaepernick
down.
is unemployed. You know what I'm
That
saying?
motherfucker. We
He
got the
needs to
same
just focus.
job.
I mean, if I was just Kaepernick, if you listen to Renegade Culture, and I'm sure you do,
Yes, of course.
you need to just give up that NFL dream shit. Take that money and build movement. Since
Yeah.
you're a movement dude now, build movement.
or
with
start
it,
a
you know what I'm
football
saying?
league.
Oh,
Get-
my
Get with
goodness.
Oh, he got
Jay-Z.
that kind
Start
of
this
money.
football league.
You would
Jay-Z.
think that.
I mean, well, Ice Cube did his what do you got that 3-man
Yeah, 3-on-3
that shit-
basketball.
That shit went far. Yeah.
That
you know
made
what
shit.
I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Yo,
and-
speaking, I would. Speaking of money.
Speaking of money.
So apparently this week we had a brother who decided on Instagram, I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
to
he's a-
pose with like $88,000.
Yes.
You know, folks always like to pose with like money.
Yes.
Unfortunately for this
Stunting
dude,
for the gram.
you know what I'm saying? It was ill-gotten resources.
Right.
And if you know the backstory, now didn't he apparently stole the money
Yep.
from his
Yeah.
place of employment? Was that it?
Yeah, so dude was a bank employee in fucking Charlotte, right? Shout out to Charlotte.
Charlotte.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all should smack this motherfucker when you see him. Anyway, this motherfucker stole $88,000 and posed with the shit. This is goofy ass right here. Posed with the shit
Oh, he looks ridiculous.
on social media. I mean, holding the stacks like, yeah, this how we do, whatever. Motherfuckers know that you ain't have no $88,000.
Yes. And you work
at the
where?
fucking bank.
They worked around. And
And the
then,
motherfucker bought a Benz.
and then
kidding
what
me?
did he do with the rest of the money? Where did he put it?
Put the money in the motherfucker in his bank account down
Oh
the street.
my gosh, you
So-
gotta be kidding me.
Now
Let
the
me
Benz.
wait, before we get to the Benz part, let me
Yeah.
just a little part of a little legal thing
Bands
for
will
folks.
make
You know
you
what I'm
mad.
saying?
Give us
Little
the
criminal
legal.
Bands will
defense
make
thing.
you
the legal.
mad.
So if you ever put more than $10,000 at one time in an account,
Number one.
that immediately gets reported to the FDIC. Right?
Automatically.
Automatically.
Yes.
So there's a little bit of investigation.
Yes, nigga.
that's done.
$9,999.
Yeah, so if you ain't never had that kind of money and you
Ever,
put that in
never.
your account
Just know.
3 times over,
Yes.
that's going to cause somebody to look at your account and it's going to ring some bells.
And that's 10,000. This
Yeah.
motherfucker got 88,000.
8,000.
He's
You know
like,
what I'm
fuck
saying?
it. Like,
He's like,
I'm me. And posing with the shit like, yeah, this how we do. Shout out to my nigga Rob. Nigga, you making fucking $12 an hour? And you posing with 88 racks? Who the fuck is you?
Bro, you think the cops ain't somebody's like,
Snitching on yourself.
How
Yo.
easy you going to make it for them? How
Man.
easy? How
this,
easy?
This motherfucker snitching like, what's your boy name? Tekashi?
Yeah, he
Shout
got-
out to Tekashi.
yeah.
He got 2 years.
Yeah.
You got 2 years for
2
it?
years for setting everybody else up. I
No,
mean,
it's not bad for a snitch, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 2 years ain't bad. He gonna, I
this
mean,
motherfucker-
whether or not he gonna make
he
it
have
through.
a movie out about him. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ain't no telling what. Right about now, he's probably,
Is it max? Do you know if it's max?
probably not. I'm
Yeah.
sure the motherfucker, he's probably on house arrest or some shit.
Yeah,
You know
or
what I'm saying?
solitary.
Sleeping with Homie the Clown or somebody right now. Shit's getting thick.
Under the
man.
wing.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Like, come over here, boy.
Tucked in
Let me
with the
protect you.
Ronald McDonald and shit. You know
You
what
got
I'm saying?
purple here, we got purple here. This the purple here gang right
You know
here.
what I'm saying? Molesting Tekashi. That's gonna be
Nobody
his
fuck
new
with my man right here, Tekashi.
Yeah,
This
it's
is Ronald
motherfucker
McDonald's
with-
house.
with the rainbow hair. Don't fuck with
Know what
him.
I'm saying?
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
it's another story I seen about. It's funny. It's this guy that
Transgendered?
transgender,
Okay.
and what they're doing is they're going and getting in sports with women.
Oh, wow.
And now we physically know
Yeah.
that men are stronger than women.
Yeah.
So how is this allowed?
And let's just say on average, although it's a majority. of
Majority.
average. Yeah, vast
Yeah.
majority. Yeah. There's this comic who was talking. She just had some special on Netflix, and she was saying like, there's a lot of things that we're equal on, but you just can't pretend that men don't have more upper body strength
Right.
than women. And so a person who is a trans woman, or I guess a trans male, I'm forgetting the terminology, y'all excuse me.
I don't know.
Decides that they are now going to be a woman, or they feel like they're born that way, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I completely like. How are you going to let them? And they showed a picture. This
It do look like
woman
He-Man.
is muscled up.
Oh, this motherfucker bigger than me.
Yeah, that's not much, but
Yeah,
but
you ain't
like
lying.
he's a real dude in a half. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Still like 220 pounds.
Right.
Wrestling.
He'll give a man a run for his money.
Yeah, wrestling 140 pound
Yeah.
women in.
And burkas.
Yeah,
Right. you got Hulk Hogan.
basically, yeah.
Hulk Hogan,
Who's now trans.
yeah, who decide he gonna go beat the shit out of
Yeah.
Marla Maples.
I mean, how many fucking medals you gonna win? Do you really want medals that way?
That way, right?
That shit is crazy. And I mean, to me, it's like it speaks to the culture of violence here in America, because that right there, that's like some fucking. If a man just beat a woman in any circumstances, it'd be a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, this person becoming a trans, it didn't cut down on his strength.
No.
You understand
No.
what I'm saying? I mean, I saw one picture where this cat is pouncing this woman. I'm talking about like beating the shit out of her. And it's like, where the fuck is the Me Too movement for that?
Yeah, yeah. I
You
mean, that's
understand
just
what I'm
not.
saying? Everything's
And
politically
where's the
correct.
ego? Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's too
Shit's-
politically
shit's
correct. You're gonna
fucking
sit
crazy.
there and watch that and say,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, these are two women of equal strength.
Yeah.
And so they can fight it out. I mean, who's gonna bet money on the other person?
Yeah, so
You're basically going to see a slaughter.
Yeah, so when Mike Tyson decides that he wants to,
If he becomes trans.
yeah, he's just gonna be fucking people up, like
Yeah.
just beating the shit
Get
out of
away
Robert
with it.
Givens.
Yeah, get away with it. Word.
I just want to fight
I
like
want to
everybody
challenge
else.
Robin Givens to a match.
I felt like
I'm trans now.
I felt like I
this
was-
is not going to go well.
I felt like I was somebody else.
Hey, yo, before we take a break, why don't y'all grab a question and we take a break out?
We're gonna do
Shit,
oh,
knock a
goddamn.
nonsense.
Knock is nonsense.
Oh.
We do knock a nonsense in a
I know.
while.
I mean, there's a
y'all
reason for
sleeping.
that.
Yeah,
but
'cause it's
I
so
mean,
nonsensical.
fucking nonsense. I mean, speaking of,
There's about to be some nonsense.
what the fuck does this even mean, yo?
Is it non-
Okay,
not
I gotta
nonsense or
read
what
it.
the fuck?
I gotta read it because then we just talking about.
I had to take my glasses off to understand this
All
shit
right.
he putting on.
Should you encourage obesity for the sake of self-esteem?
Should you encourage obesity for the sake of
So this you're basically saying if someone is overweight, we shouldn't comment on their weight in a negative way, so that they don't have self-esteem problems.
You genius.
So in
That's
other
right?
words,
Oh,
you
okay.
should say you.
I mean, you didn't write that, but
So you should say something like,
I'm a-
"You're pretty fat, pretty hot and tempting."
I'm a poet.
and you know what? All right, we're gonna come right back and talk about that on our outro. Ready
We're
to
gonna
get
get coaching. up? What up? What up?
Renegade Culture, we back in the building.
Hey, yo, listen, man. Y'all need to follow Renegade Culture on SoundCloud. Renegade Culture Podcast is on SoundCloud. For the next 10 folks that follow us, I'm giving away tickets to the 2020 Third Eye Blind Joint with Professor Griff and myself. We're going to give some tickets away. Each week, we're going to start giving tickets to something.
I like that.
away.
All right.
You know what I mean? So the next 10 followers on SoundCloud, follow us, you know what I mean? Hook you up some of them tickets.
All right,
you know what I mean?
cool. I get a ticket, B?
No.
Not funny.
And also,
What happened?
we're going to be giving away tickets to tell them about the event coming up.
Oh, January 9th?
Yes, January 9th.
January 9th, we will have brother from Florida here, Desmond Meade, who helped lead a campaign to get folks who were disenfranchised because they were felons to get them their right to vote. And this campaign was something that took many years to do. It had to go to a referendum in Florida. Folks voted to restore people's rights. And so he's coming here January 9th to speak about the successes and to speak about what we can do here in Georgia and throughout the South to restore folks' rights.
No doubt. Also, follow us on Twitter. We have a new Twitter account right now. Go to Culture Renegade.
That's right.
Culture Renegade. That's our joint, Renegade Culture. We just starting our Twitter page. You know, we only been rocking this is show 48.
Yep.
48 with 2 shows away from 50.
That's right.
Block out.
Boom, boom.
So
Consider
follow
it
us
black.
on Twitter, and we will hit you with passes to our 50th anniversary show. Our 50th
All right.
show. You know what I mean? Follow us on Twitter, Culture Renegade.
True.
For you to check us out live on our 50th show.
All right.
We're gonna have a lot of shit going on 50th show. Might have some drinks, might have something, or it might be BYOB and bring your own motherfucking food.
You don't get checked at the door.
That's
Check
right.
at the
We
door.
will be checking your door because we know some of you motherfuckers act kind of crazy. So Siafus will be in effect. So if you think about running up on here, we got the block out.
Boom.
Know what I mean?
All right, so let's get to this question because this is basically our outro.
No more, man.
What happened?
This ain't the Murder Metro.
It ain't the Murder Metro?
Oh,
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's
chill
the
with all
Met
that.
now.
That's
And shout out to Playback Sounds. We at Playback
Sound
Studio in the Met.
That's right.
It's no longer.
They cleaning it up.
Yes, shit looking. I mean,
Soon losing them ain't gonna be here no more either.
yo, but check it. They got. Yeah, you ain't lying. I already see some up. Yo,
It's getting whiter and whiter.
hey, they done put some weed man out. Everything.
yeah.
I can't even go around Carter no more. I'm like, yo. I'm
it's
like,
not the same
knock. A white dude answered the door. I'm like, I'm
like, what
sorry.
you
I thought
need?
you was
What you
Chuck.
need?
That's why we gotta
Selling
maintain
patio
and
furniture.
hold it
All
down.
that shit.
That's why we gotta maintain and hold it down.
I love the security now because of the fact that, you know, instead of stopping, I just go like this, and they just could be like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you motherfuckers could never do security for me.
That's true.
They
wave you in. That's right.
Yeah, come on in. I don't even stop.
Yeah, like, all right.
They're like, fuck it, they like, hi. They're like, guess he's supposed to be here.
Yo, so
Trying to go.
real quick, all right, because this is the outro. Should
the
you
outro.
encourage obesity for the sake of self-esteem?
Should you encourage obesity? This is Knocker's nonsense.
Yeah.
Knocker's asking this question. Should you encourage obesity
For the
the
sake
sake
of
of self-esteem?
So I'm going to say quickly, just to get it started.
Yeah.
So what you don't want to do is to quote unquote fat shame just for the sake of fat shaming. Even though I don't see nothing wrong with describing folks the way they are sometimes.
Fact.
If I can't think of a better way to say, yo, you know that person, she kind of big or he kind of big,
Yeah.
fat dude,
Chunky.
I might throw that out there. I'm trying to reform, but I might throw that out there.
I mean, knowing you'd be like, the big bitch.
Yeah, I might say fat. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
What Kamal would say and shit. I wouldn't say no shit like
No,
that.
not you. No.
Not me. I'm far too gentleman like.
But you know what I'm saying?
Now Lizzo, on the other hand,
Yeah.
he described Lizzo in another manner. Go ahead though.
Actually, Lizzo's not that bad. I mean, I know the ass was flat.
I mean, ass a flat.
You know what I'm saying? But she's not that bad.
Lizzie ass is flat.
I've had some rounds with some heavyweights. Let me just put it like that. I'm gonna leave
alright,
it alone, but
alright.
put it like that. You know what I'm saying?
I was
I'm proud of
understand.
myself.
Ain't
You know
nothing
what I'm
matter with a heavyweight.
saying? So what? Say again?
I said ain't nothing matter with a heavyweight.
Chew that. You know what I'm saying?
They keep
Cats
you,
right
they keep
here.
you warm in the
I
winter.
chew. That's right. This is like 15 years ago. Let me just make that clear.
Yeah.
Clear.
Go
everybody.
ahead and shit.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, goddamn, no.
700 or better.
So-
You know what I'm saying?
So on that tip, yeah. But people are different sizes. But on the health issue,
Yeah.
you also don't want to just skirt it and act like every size is okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're dealing with people who have serious health issues, and it's not about whether or not you are quote unquote attractive.
Right.
But it's about whether or not you're going to be able to survive until you get to 50 years old or 60 years old.
Yeah.
So telling folks that they need to lose some weight, or if a doctor tells you to lose some weight, it's not a Me Too moment, or it's not a kind of like a liberal moment to be
Right, it's not
like,
attack.
you fat shaming me.
Right.
It's like, no, you
But-
need to lose some weight to survive.
But not only that, on the flip side, that goes for any weight. You know what I'm saying? Because you have some folks who are anorexic, and it's like,
Yeah.
America shames you because of the fact they give you this ideal image of what beauty is supposed to be. Their standards of beauty, European standards of beauty and African standards of beauty are not the same. You understand what I'm saying? In some places, it is a sign of wealth when you have a little bit of weight on your bones and shit. You know what I mean? It's just like different parts of Africa, when you have stretch marks. You know what I mean? It is an honor because of the fact that you've shown that you've given birth to, and birth is a powerful part of, human life.
And stretch marks is just a roadmap to good.
Man, you gonna take it there. My man was being intellectual for a change. He brought in like the culture, the Africa. You gonna bring it all the way down
to the good.
But this is renegade culture.
True that. True.
He would train
renegade culture,
and
y'all.
preach the producer.
Word. Send all your letters to the beer doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Knock of nonsense. This motherfucker.
All right, renegade culture. Thank you for joining us.
No doubt.